Hi guys, this is Starcraft, and let's have a little bit of a countdown here. 3, 2, 1, 0, and we're on the way. This is going to be the fourth set, the losers set in Group E of round of 24 ASL Season 13. And interesting, I mean, I'm sorry, maybe interesting for you, but for me, because there's only one Protoss in this group, it was very boring for me to cast, I honestly speaking. Because, TBT is, I guess, by nature, it's kind of very slow and drawn out. And TVZ also, for me, it feels like, I mean, unless it's Flash versus Jadong, which is like the El Clasico of Starcraft, it's not very interesting for me to watch. But we're going to be having Ruin versus Ssak for both these players, final chance to get another ticket to the round of 16. And the map is going to be Monopoly, a three-player map. Um, this map is really interesting. If you look at the photo for this map, there is some black spaces. There's some black spaces next to someone's base. That is going to be the base at the top right corner. The player who spawns, I guess not really the top, but the right side, the 3 o'clock base, that base kind of have a little bit of a black space next to it, that the opponent can hide shuttles and stuff like that. The base that doesn't have any spaces, black, but black spaces is the base where Ssak is located. So Ruined will have to directly go into that base if he needs to drop stuff. And another particularity is here, if Ruin is the one who goes for drop ships, he can't directly go into Sack's base also. Whereas if Ssak goes for drop ships, then he will have to first kind of go through Ruin's expansion. That expansion is at the inner 7 o'clock before I can get to the main, which is the outer 7 o'clock. So that is something to keep in mind. And this map has huge spaces inside your base. I mean, so huge. So as a Protoss player, I feel you don't have any chance to kind of build SimCity with your pylons and gateways and make it so that the dropships, when it comes in, it doesn't just create havoc all over your map. I mean, normally when you have a map in StarCraft these days, the newer maps, the mineral lines are kind of backed up against a wall, so you can build infrastructure on the two sides of that to kind of provide a little bit of a natural wall. But if you look at this map, the mineral line is curved. So that's just a lot of room for units like vultures to go in, and I think that kind of favors Terran a little bit because this is so big. But it can also favor Protoss because Dark Templar drop on a map where your main is so big is very effective because there's not enough of cannons to cover any, not cannons, sorry, not enough turrets to cover everything. So drop is also something that is also viable for Protoss as well. So let's see how that is going to be played out. So this SCB is a very late scout from Ssak. Is gonna try to circle around. I think is that so. Nexus being planted down for Ruined at the 22 supply mark. And do we have a Dragoon already? So I think one Dragoon, yeah, so that, I think this is the second Dragoon? No, that's the first Dragoon. So that first Dragoon is just here to deny the SCV from getting in. It's gonna see the SCV coming in. And does it get in front of the SCV? No, it doesn't. It's gonna be behind the SCV. So anyways, very good block here from one of the probe from Ruin, and he can save his base from prying eyes of his opponent. So yeah, that keeps Ssak a little bit in the dark, and I think usually in this case Ssak would just put engineering a little bit later. So yeah, sometimes when you see as a Terran player, when you see Protoss goes for block on the ramp like this, you think, okay, that's a fake. You just block for fun. You don't have any kind of tech behind it. So maybe that doesn't really triggers any alarm for Ssak to build engineering bay or armory or academy or something like that. Well, he's going to build academy anyways, so maybe just want to be feeling a little bit super safe. Maybe this, because this map is so big as I told you, so Dark Templar drop is something that is just devastating, I feel. even though we haven't had any kind of so many games on this map so far. Okay, second pylon, and is it going to be a observatory right next to that? If that is going to be observatory, this game is gonna drag out a little bit longer, I feel, because usually for Protoss you usually build some structure right next to your second pylon to completely wall off yourself and just leave one small space that is passable by a Dragoon. So scanning station is going up for Ssak already, and he's going to be scanning. So he's not going to be able to find the observatory from the first scan. What is this? Okay, that is just a pylon. Not going to build anything on that base. And that base could also be. Is that shellable by tanks from the other side? Because if that is not shellable by tanks, Rune can just easily take that base. I mean, if he has you know, air dominance, he can easily take that base. Okay, do we have a second scan here? No, we don't have a second scan yet. So, Ssak cannot confirm if it's reavers or just ops. So he's gonna have to force another scan soon. Armory going up anyways, upgrading stuff. Still no. We don't have any turrets so far. No turrets so far from Ssak, so it looks like he is quite confident that there are no reavers just yet. These vultures are looking forward to do what? Just scouting for any kind of additional bases, and I think putting down mines. He's going to try to place mines at every single location just to make sure that his opponent can't just easily make nexuses. Okay, armory is spinning. Something was cancelled there. Was it an engineering bay? That is a weird location to put your armory, I feel. So that is probably not an armory. So yeah, so now is only now the robotic support base is going up. Is this a good thing for Protoss when you kind of delay it a little bit like this? I mean, it allows Ruin to get his third nexus up a little bit quicker. Oh my god, those three marines are going to snipe the ops. No, but we don't see any scan yet from the Terran player. And that op is going to be somewhere in the corner. It needs to get out, I feel, yeah. So, no, it doesn't get out, and it's going to get sniped. 3 factories, 4 factories are going to be going up for Ssak. And we have the first Reaver is going to be made now. The probe transfer a little bit too slow, I feel, especially from the main. Okay, so scan, very good scan on the robo, able to confirm that there are 2 zealots and something going to be made, I think. And I've always said this before, guys. I don't know why pro gamers don't do it, but when I make a shuttle from my robo, I always rally it to somewhere just really strange. I mean, I can always bring it back later, right? I mean, of course it takes APM to bring back your shuttle to pick up your Reaver, but, I mean, at this stage of the game, you don't have anything to worry about, so just do the extra APM and just rally your shuttle outside, just to create confusion and plant suspicion and superstition in your opponent's brain, right? Just, you know, make him think, okay, there's no Reaver, there's no Shadow, there's what, I don't know what's going on. So maybe that's something that you need to do as a Protoss player to mix up your games. But now it looks like Sakk's going to be ready. It's going to start to build just turrets everywhere. This op might even get scouted and sniped. During this time, should Ruin goes for a fourth base? Yeah, I think he should. Okay, so there is a little bit of black space here. I'm sorry, there's a little bit of black space in this expansion. So I was talking about a different kind of black space next to the main. But next to the expansion, each of the bases have one black space. Does it make sense? Sorry. So the expansion all have black spaces. It is the main that different. So sometimes okay, maybe you should just forget what I say because it's not as obvious as that. Second Reavers is out. This op has found himself in a very good location. It just stay exactly where it is. Don't move. You move and you're gonna get scanned, man. You get scanned. Do we have a drop here? Going back out. I mean, that observer was just poor decision from Ruin. He shouldn't just move that observer. He just forget about it. Stay exactly where it is. But now he kind of lost his opportunity for harassment, and now Terran's gonna push out. And that Shadow we have to kind of circle around just to do another drop, or it's gonna go and try and pick up the second Reaver. Another op died. Oh my god, Ssak has been so good with killing ops. And did he forget about the Reaver? He picked up the Dragoon instead of a Reaver. That is really strange. But that Shadow is desperately needed now because the tanks are kind of breathing down Ruin's neck. And another scan is going to take out once again. I think that op, but no, so far no scan yet. And the Shadow is going to arrive. And I mean, it shows that the micro of the Shadow from Ruin is not as good as Snow. I mean, Snow would have just micro his heart out and, you know, just win major battles. But now it looks like Ssak is gonna push forward, and it looks like Ruin is gonna try to go for a counter attack. He's gonna just sack his entire base. Even his Reavers is evacuated. This Dragoon is out there just to, you know, clear any mines, and Reavers are going to be on the. It's gonna be better to be on the high ground. He's gonna be careful. There's a lot of mines here. He's gonna clear the mines first. Very good clearance. And Dragoon is going to move in. Why the Dragoon's not moving in? I guess he's just afraid that you know, tank is going to be coming back, and tanks don't really go back. Why don't you go inside the base of the Terran player with your Reaver? Okay, looks like Terran is continuing his push forward, and he's got to be careful because this might even lead to a base trade scenario. One observer is able to see everything, and these Zealots are going to get shelled. What is Ruin doing? He needs to move his entire force. Oh my god, that entire clump of Zealot was just sniped, and he's not reacting. And where's the rest of the unit? They're coming back now, but just so many mines, and now that observatory is gonna get killed first. And vultures on Zealot is not a good fight. I mean, that Reaver, which is not being used effectively at all, clearing out a lot of these Dragoons. Just melted, man. I mean, what the hell? I mean, this is just ridiculous. Ruin is now down by 30 supply. Just really poor decision making from him. Very slow. Not microing his troops correctly, and I don't even feel like casting because yeah. And going for carriers out of this? What the hell? You just think that you're gonna just win by switching to carriers without, you know, having the army to kind of support it behind? And now, yeah, so Ruin GG, so that is a very terrible and disappointing game from Ruin, and it's going to be Ssak versus Soma in the final. Thanks for watching and see you soon, bye bye.